Hello, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome back if you're returning. My name's Marisa. This is Etheric Light Soma. And I was just sitting with the energies and the frequencies, the vibrations that wanted to come through today. As you can hear outside, there's a siren going on. So there's something that's coming through that's very urgent in this message today, in this channel, that's wanting to share itself with you here. We're stepping out from the energies of the full moon in Aries, and I was invited to have lots of fire. So I have another candle here that's burning, and I'm burning beeswax, and that smell just felt so comforting. And just having the fire and the warmth here, it feels so comforting. So lots of elementals coming through. Okay, the birds wanted to be heard in the background, so I'm sitting in this space that really allows me to sink into that and attune with it. So if maybe you can sink in and attune with that yourself, I'll invite you to orient to the sounds that you're also noticing. And then the crystal moss agate, this tower wanted to really come through for you guys today. I was hearing there was some sensitivity. So this is maybe speaking to the earth angels, the earth warriors, the highly sensitive, the HSPs, the empaths, the ones who really feel a lot in all of that, all of things. But when we tap into Aries and the first sign of the zodiac, and it's in the first house, it's ruled by Mars, the communicator. I'm hearing like the extraterrestrial. So for some of you here, you feel like you're not of this world. And maybe for most of your life, you felt like an outsider. But something's been changing within you. Something's been arising to the surface that you can no longer deny or walk away from, not see again. It's almost like that time when your awareness, your conscious awareness starts to break open from the shell of the belief systems or the conditionings. The patterns, the generational patterns, and you start to see things through a new light, in a new light. You can no longer see them, or they're no longer blacked out or blocked out from your vision. They're no longer blocked out from your awareness or your consciousness, because we can't unsee the scene or the things that we know inside of ourselves that need to change, or that need to change inside of ourselves so that we can make the change happen outside of ourselves. Remembering this is an internal journey, this is an internal passage. And the sign Aries is ruled by the head. Okay, the literal head. So when you think of the sign, like the zodiac sign, like it's like I can't do it with my fingers. Oh my gosh, it's like this. Okay. Okay, like a V, but like has like horns. So it's almost like Taurus, like with the bull, but like Aries is very bullheaded. They can be very aggressive. That energy is very fiery, very passionate, very bold, very concerned with the right way and taking the right actions. So where am I going with this? I'm feeling very much into the heart space right now, because this message is coming through for those who validate themselves in those moments of sensitivity, of tapping in and being in tune with the vibrations, the energies, the frequencies, okay? For those who are very tuned in with Mother Earth already, who are and have been on Earth for a very long time as a soul, and you are very spiritually attuned with nature, animals, insects, plants, flowers, the elements, maybe the elementals, spirits, the fairies, the gnomes. And so for some of you here, you do play and work with essential oils. You do play and work with maybe making candles or working with beeswax or honey. That's maybe something significant in your life, and maybe that brings you comfort as well, as it does for me so much. I love making holistic remedies with beeswax and shea butter and cocoa butter, essential oils and chapsticks and things like that. So we're getting and tapping into the creative spirit. For someone here, you are awakening your creative senses. Your spidey senses have been turned on, okay? Literally, I'm seeing like with both of these cards here that came out, and I'm just tapping into the energy of them. Is that if you see both of the third eye centers have something creative, something geometric within them. And also the heart and the throat are activated here. So for some of you, your third eye, your throat, and your heart have been very activated lately. And this has been leading you onto a path, maybe from the past, towards destiny. You've tried something before and it didn't work out. You've went down a path and it didn't feel right. And I apologize, I'm just hearing the lawnmower now. So I'm gonna turn that, I'm gonna close the window here. So I think we're done with hearing that. But you guys, there's something very sacred going on here. There's something very attuned that you are trying to connect with. And this does start with the body and how we become more present and allow ourselves to engage with that, how we allow ourselves to really feel into that experience. And so if you can feel and tap into that right now, maybe just sitting with what you are noticing already, what you're noticing about what just happened, me closing the door from all of the external noise. Maybe there has been a lot of distractions, a lot of external noise showing up for you. And how can you come back into your body, into presence, into that space that allows you to really feel into and deeply listen, to tune into what you are noticing, what you are thinking about, what is on your mind, what is your story wanting to play out. We all are a part of a story, a bigger story than we'll ever know in this lifetime. And they're bringing me to the message of not needing to fight it. So maybe there has been a lot of fight energy, sympathetic charge within you, an activation, okay? And I speak lightly and kind of bounce back and forth with the word activation because of being in the somatic therapy or somatic therapeutic role, and dabbling in with the spiritual, the ascension, the vibrational frequency that activations hold for us. So whenever I speak about very activating, like an activation, meaning you're really feeling maybe intense feelings. Maybe you are feeling intense dorsal responses, which are feeling very depressed, disconnected, numbed out, or spaced out in the void. Maybe this is you feeling lots of tension, expansion, excitement, anxiety, panic, shakiness, right? Maybe this is you noticing a lots of heat or lots of temperatures moving through you all at once. And this could be, in a sense, an activation of your nervous system, okay? We do feel when our nervous system is activated. And the light and the messages, the medicine, and our life bring on these activations. And what they're sharing with me now is that building this internal capacity, this window of tolerance, so that you can allow yourself to shift through that or to shift through you, because you are this conduit, because you are this channel of spirit, of soul, of a human. You are life-giving. You are Mother Earth. You are God's source, universe, however you see it. You are the plants, the animals, the elements. You are all of this, and it is always moving through you. And so when we can begin to feel into and believe and trust in this relational connection that we have with being a conduit, with being something so much larger than this self, but knowing that we have to honor and bless and be with this self in this lifetime so that we can bless and be with our life and others, so that we can bring our medicine forward, right? The medicine horse, progress on the path, so that we can connect and relate with others instead of alienating, instead of isolating, instead of hibernating or hiding ourselves or hermiting. I feel like for someone here, you have been very much in your hermit mode. And there is a time and a space and a place for everything. And honoring that chapter. And so now Spirit is nudging you and is giving you this tender push forward to step outside of your comfort zone, because you don't have to feel so alone. You are never alone. You are a part of the greater collective of all. And I just want you to notice how that feels and vibrates or radiates through your body right now. And as I hear that, I kind of want to sit back into my chair and notice the support of my chair. Notice the support of what's already here. Feeling the back of the chair along my spine. Noticing how that allows me to drop down into my belly, to notice the breath. And just taking your time there to be with it, to experience that, to experience it and what it feels like, to just be here in the moment. For someone here, this is going to be very activating to you. It's going to bring up sympathetic charge. It's going to bring up that sense of, I want to run, I want to fight, I want to flee, I want to fly away, I want to get away. And I'll invite you to walk around right now. Walk on your feet that can connect back in with the earth, with the soil, with the ground, with the floor. What is that texture like for you? What does it feel like to just have that invitation to move, to get up and go? We don't give ourselves the permission to receive the invitation to move, to get away when we feel like it. To offer ourselves the presence of freedom, of freeing ourselves in the moment from being so stern and stoic or solid, You are fluid. You have these limbs, these parts of your bodies that are asking to be unwinded. That's why we have these parts of our body that are so bendable, right? We can bend them, move them in any direction. And when we feel like we cannot, when we feel like we have this urgency to keep really still, hold back, as an empath and as a highly sensitive, as an earth angel, as an earth warrior, that can bring up a lot of baggage. That can bring up your generational baggages, your generational imprints, the wounding. And it can be a heavy load to carry and to walk with and to bear yourself the burden of uncovering and unlayering all of that. I understand that. I do. I hear you. I do see you. And you have been putting in the work. You have been doing the work. And all of this to say, this is the Star of Venus card. Okay, you're at a choice point here. 20, 20. Okay. 0 meaning 0 point. You are at a choice point, and this choice is only going to come from your heart. And it's going to ripple out. You see all these connections, these cellular connections. I'm looking at these and I'm seeing like cells, like neurons. It's all going to connect once you land in with your heart space. Once you land in with your heart space, this is going to ask for you to rest, to be able to create, to take that action, to take those actions and the responsibility that you have all around you to create your reality. And when we do a lot of trauma work, when we do a lot of somatic work, when we do a lot of nervous system healing, okay, the body does need a space and time to rest, time to regenerate, time to regain itself, time to regulate, okay, to come back into that balance, that harmony, that place of safety, that place of stability, okay? Because the body, the nervous system, has been going on and on and on and on and on. There's been no off switch, only when you've maybe had to go to sleep or when you've been told you have to lay down and rest or meditate or do it in yoga class. So when we start to take our power back and we hold that power with that dimmer, right? On, off again. When we have the opportunity to know that we have the power to, and we have the self-regulation to do that ourselves, then we are more adaptable, or we become more malleable to take the opportunities to rest, to relax, and not feel grief or regret. Not feel shame for taking the siesta, okay? Or taking yourself out and giving yourself time and space by yourself to create, to listen to what you would like to invent, listening in and tuning into your imagination. This again is your medicine. This is you coming head to head and facing the path ahead, okay, the medicine horse. The horse is the one, the animal spirit that comes and tells us that we are on a great journey, that there is all of this space around us and we have freedom to run in it, okay? We have a path that we can choose to take, and that is ultimately presence. It is being a part of our journey. It is having that freedom to feel like you are able to express and enjoy it. But also be grounded, be loving, and be in relationship with what you are feeling. Because horses, I used to have my brick and mortar was at a horse farm of maybe 4 years ago now, and they really do feel what you're feeling. They really do work with people and their emotions, the vibrations that are rolling through us. And they can tap into that in a sacred way, in a spiritual way. And that's why a lot of people use horses for healing, as a conduit and a channel for that as well. And so remember to feel what you're feeling and to notice your experience and how it is evolving, how you are moving and leading with more freedom within, so that you can feel freedom around and in the external environment and whatever you're doing. All right, you guys, I'm gonna land with this message today, and I will talk to you in the next video, you guys. I hope you take lots of care, replenish yourself. This full moon was a doozy for some of us, myself included. So I just came off of a weekend long training. So yeah, it's time to give yourself what you need, and I hope that you do that. All right, you guys, take care.